What if the emotional scars and triumphs of your ancestors didn't just fade with time, but were actually passed on? Echoes of their lives woven into your very DNA. That's right. New genetic research suggests that your genes might carry more than just eye color or height. They may also encode memories of trauma, adversity, and even resilience. But here's where it gets controversial. Can truly personal experiences, like war, famine, or family tragedy, really travel through generations at the molecular level? Since the historic mapping of the human genome in 2003, our understanding of heredity has expanded far beyond physical traits. Today, DNA is often discussed not just in relation to health risk, but as a blueprint for the more mysterious elements of identity. Our personalities, our coping mechanisms, and perhaps even the political views we inherit. It turns out genetics could subtly influence the direction of our lives in ways many never expected. A wave of fascinating studies now proposes that genetics is only part of the story. Experiences throughout life, everything from stress and education to major life events, interact with our DNA, adding new layers to who we are. Scientists in the emerging discipline of epigenetics are revealing game-changing ideas that life experiences can alter how genes function, and these changes can echo through generations. Imagine your grandmother's childhood hunger during wartime, or your grandfather's journey as a refugee. According to new findings, those profound moments might have left biological signatures, tiny instructions within DNA that affect behavior, health, and emotional responses in their descendants. Let's get concrete. Early epigenetics research relied heavily on animal models. One striking experiment, published in Nature Neuroscience in 2014, trained mice to associate a cherry-like scent with a harmless electric shock. The first generation showed a strong fear of that scent. Surprisingly, their grandchildren, never exposed to shocks or even the smell, also shuddered at its presence. The scientists discovered that changes in the original mice's DNA had programmed this fear response, passing it down through the family line. And this is the part most people miss. It wasn't just genetic inheritance, but inherited response to a specific experience. Human studies have revealed similarly thought-provoking outcomes. Professor Rachel Yehuda's 2020 research explored the children of Holocaust survivors, identifying changes in genes related to stress and immunity. These genetic markers were connected to higher rates of anxiety and depression, suggesting that monumental trauma can inscribe its impacts at the molecular level and be passed to the next generation. Follow-up studies with soldiers who developed PTSD found epigenetic markers linked to triggered stress responses. This could one day allow doctors to screen for vulnerability to trauma before a soldier is even deployed. All of this leads to an eye-opening possibility. Your personal history and your family's collective past might mingle within you more closely than you'd imagined. The old debate, nature versus nurture, may be giving way to a more nuanced understanding, where biology and experience are constantly shaping one another. But what do you think? Should we accept the idea that family trauma or ancestral resilience fundamentally shapes us? Or does it take away from our sense of self-determination? Could these theories inadvertently diminish the role of support, recovery, and personal growth? Share your perspective. Do you agree that some life events can leave marks that last generations? Or do you think this science stretches too far?